pitch and fire. It's on the He made it! Oh my
God! Hello and welcome inside Forest Glen Park. I'm Ryan Lockhart, joined by my good friend and colleague Noah Tobias. Noah, a tough one on our hands tonight. Number 1 in the conference versus number 3 in the conference. The Forsters, 20-10 overall, 14-5 in the conference. Marian, on the other hand, 19-16 overall, 11-8 in conference. These two teams played each other, but they've been on different paths since then. How do you think they've both shaken up to this point?
Yeah, well, really, Huntington, they've done a great job after they beat Marian 3-2 in the last game. That one did go extra innings, but really, they've been hot ever since then. They're 8-2 since their last game versus Marian. Marian, they've been 5-5, so not really too bad. I mean, but they've just had their struggles, really.
Yeah, speaking of those struggles, it's really come in the Crossroads League, Noah. You kind of look at the last few games, they have 8 Crossroads League losses. St. Francis, Iwu, Goshen, HU, Mount Vernon, Nazarene, 2 to them and 2 to Taylor. So losing a lot of games here, kind of dropped a little bit, but they're still only 3 games out of first place. HU first place, that is.
Yeah, Huntington, really, they've done a great job of just, again, keeping on that rhythm and being 8-2 since their last game. Huntington, again, 14-5 in conference, not receiving any votes to this point, as Mount Vernon, they're right behind them, just a game and a half back of Huntington. They're receiving votes, and even as you go down, you see Taylor down there in 5th place. They're receiving votes. Actually, they're in 6th place. They're receiving votes, but the thing is that they've been receiving votes or ranked for this entire season, which has been kind of strange to kind of keep track of.
Yeah, and Taylor team plays a lot of games early in the season down south, similar to Mount Vernon. And Noah, that's kind of, I questioned that earlier in the week. That's kind of what I was talking to Thad Frame about, and he told me it's one of those things, you know, we don't play a lot of early games because rain delays. They have that Cumberland series, the IU Southeast series that they had early on, but other than that, just not a lot of early on games. But you look from that and you look at some of the hitters for both of these teams, Noah. Right now for the Forsters in that series against Goshen, Donovan Clark, phenomenal in that series. He was 7 of 14, had 6 runs and 6 RBIs, 6 stolen bases, Noah. Man had 5 in just one game.
Yeah, Donovan Clark, honestly, he has been on another level this season. He is actually number 1 in the NAIA for steal attempts per game. He is averaging about 4 attempts per game. But also, he is actually ranked, he's number 1 in steals per game. And he's also ranked number 2 in steal attempts per game. So he averages about 1 per game. But honestly, he is so quick. I don't think I've ever seen a Forester as quick as him.
Yeah, I agree with that, Noah. He's got the stolen base record for the Forsters. Has a chance, maybe today, maybe against St. Francis, to re-break that record. Forsters have some more records they're looking to. But for the Marian Knights, Maverick Bacon against Taylor was their number 1 hitter. 5 of 11, had 3 runs scored and 1 RBI. Maverick holding down that first base spot. He's been quite a clutch hitter here for the Knights and been that guy they can go to quite a bit.
Yeah, definitely. You know, he's really just been that clutch hitter that Marian's needed this season. So, you know, we'll have to see here today if he'll be able to come out versus HU and just give them a good outing.
No, a player to watch for the Forsters, who is it?
Oh, by far Daniel Lichty. Daniel Lichty, he has been on fire all season long. I mean, honestly, I don't think I have to say any more than that, but you know, he's been walked 22 times, which I find interesting. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
His on-base percentage is .475. That in itself is outstanding. A lot of people like to watch batting average. I like to watch on-base percentage because, you know, if you're not on base, you can't score.
Yeah. For the Knights, Noah, I'll go back to Maverick Bacon, a guy that's had a solid season, batting .327 at the plate, has 35 hits, only 1 home run, maybe not that power hitter, but a guy that just gets on base, has a .364 slugging percentage. We're going to have a pitcher's duel today. Looks like we're going to have a rematch. Last time out, it'll be Joey Butts versus Matt Burleton, freshman versus senior once again, right here on FDN Sports. We'll come back with the game.
What does it mean to impact your community? As a broadcast media major at Huntington University, you'll explore that question and uncover the heart of storytelling. Tell real-life stories of the world around you from day one and uncover why it matters to the campus, community, and beyond. It could be in our live TV studio through our award-winning newscast, broadcasting home athletic events, or running HU's very own radio station. You'll have the opportunity to use industry-standard equipment from 4K cameras to instant replay to better prepare you for a future career. In addition to foundational courses, you'll have the chance to specialize in church media, corporate media, news, or marketing and sales. Or spend your last summer interning in one of America's largest cities, Phoenix, Arizona. In this one-of-a-kind opportunity, you'll have a home base at Huntington University's Arizona Center for Digital Media as you launch into professional opportunities catered toward your area of interest and enjoy the sunshine in the process. Your professional network begins as soon as you become a Forester. Broadcast media majors at HU have a long-standing history of success in the job market. You'll be connected with alumni who have gone before you, not to mention all of your professors have industry experience. You've been given a gift. Why not use it to impact your world for Christ? Huntington University Broadcast Media. Real life stories, real world experiences. Impact your community.
Hello and welcome once again back inside Forest Glen Park. Ryan Lockhart joined here by Noah Tobias. And Noah, we mentioned 1 versus 3 in the Crossroads League. It's going to be a big matchup for both of these teams. Important wins. We're going to have a doubleheader on our hands today. But first, for the lineup for the Marian Knights, take us through it.
Yeah, starting off with Marian University, starting in the number 1 slot out in right field, Caden Jones. Number 2 spot is first baseman Maverick Bacon. And then shortstop Leo Lopez in the 3rd spot. 4th spot, catcher Evan Hickman. 5th spot, 3rd baseman Tyler Vogel. In the 6th spot, designated hitting for the Knights is Caio Quarto. And then in the 8th spot, center fielder Henry Fisher. And then in the 9th spot, 2nd baseman Ethan Steep.
Noah, that is a dangerous lineup for the Knights. A lot of guys that can get hits going rather quickly. But on the mound, they're going to see the freshman Joey Butts, the guy they saw last time out. Last time they came here to Huntington. And Noah, in that matchup, Joey Butts, that was his last game he played in. Pitched 6 2/3 innings. Only allowed 3 hits, had a no-hitter through 6 complete innings. But then they got him rattled a little bit. Allowed 1 run, that was an earned run. 3 walks and 2 strikeouts, but a guy that was able to get it done, able to get his ground balls, flyouts, and really just slow down this Knight squad.
Yeah, then coming in for him was Mason Shinneberry as well, and you know what? He did a really great job too. He did. There was 1 run scored on him there in the 10th inning, but then, in the 10th inning, and then everybody knows the rest. Huntington was able to score 2 runs there in the bottom of the 10th as well. And so they were able to take that victory from those 2 runs.
Very thrilling game in that one. And up in the batter's box right now, number 30, Caden Jones. Jones will look at the second pitch. That'll be a ball for a 2-0 count. Noah, Caden Jones, the last time he played against Forsters, had a moonshot over the right fence wall. Sent that one deep. Now this one, that's going to get to the gap. Perez is going to be the one that reaches it. And Caden Jones with the first base hit, the leadoff hitter for the Knights.
Yeah, Caden did a really great job of just putting his hips right through that hit and did not look back at all. You can see his right hip really came through that one hard.
Maybe a little bit lower. McCutcheon there at second base might have been able to corral that one, Noah, but a little too high for him. And now in the box, our player to watch for the Marian Knights, Maverick Bacon, the first baseman, on a little bit of a hot streak right now. Mentioned he's 5 of 11 in that series versus the Taylor Trojans and had 1 RBI. Jones now looking at a 1-0 count. Bacon, that is, excuse me, and they're going to call that one a foul tip. Noah Maverick Bacon playing for his dad, Todd Bacon. Here the coach of the Marian Knights, and that's got to be a special relationship for those two.
Yeah, for sure. You know what? Being here at Huntington, we've seen a number of those father and son duos. I mean, first of all, you got to mention Steve Platt and Ty Platt, how they have coached together, and then Ty Platt and then his 2 sons, Kyle and Connor, as they've come through Huntington. Connor now a junior here at Huntington, so he's got 1 more season to play for his father. And honestly, it's shaping up to be a good one as well for next season.
Now Bacon in the box looking at a 1-2 count. Joey butts the pitch. He gets him to swing at it, and Bacon's going to go down.
You kind of see Gustavo really putting it to Bacon's back right there.
Yeah, we take a replay of this one, and that one a low one, and like you mentioned, Noah, Gustavo not letting Bacon really get out of the batter's box, let alone down that line at all. And that'll bring up number 2, the senior, Leo Lopez. He'll be playing shortstop today for the Knights, and that ball gets away from Gustavo, and Jones is going to make it to second standing up. Gustavo just couldn't find that, Noah.
Yeah, really, it just came off the left side, and he tried to hustle for it, but obviously the ball came off way too hard, and so he had no other option just to kind of walk over to it. Jones got the free bag.
Lopez now 1-0 count. Jones on second, and that's going to find the bottom outside corner.
That's a great pitch by Butts. That outside corner wasn't even in Lopez's thought process right there.
Butts now the delivery. Lopez gets a hold of this one. This is a high fly pop here. Satchel Wilson calls off everybody, and the true freshman makes the play there.
Yeah, Wilson did a great job of just telling everybody, get away, I've got this one. He had it the entire time. You could tell by the replay, his eyes do not come off of the ball at all.
Now that'll bring up number 15, Eric Hickman. He'll be the catcher today, and he's from New Palestine, Indiana. Went to New Palestine High School. Got a runner on second, and Caden Jones out there, and he's got a first pitch strike as well. An 0-1 count for him. Noah, Joey Butts so far this season, 2.79 ERA. He's pitched in 9 games and started 2 of them. This one now a ground ball. McCutcheon won't be able to get to it. That's going to reach out to right field. He's going to come home. He's going to go back here. Caden Jones, he's in a hole. The throw, and they got him there. What a perfect throw from Gustavo to Lichty to get the out.
Well, I'm just kind of confused on why Jones thought to come home, stopped midway, and then he went back. That was just interesting because he had just no idea what he wanted to do. And as a third base coach, you got to be thinking, what in the world is he telling him?
Gustavo doing a good job of getting that, lining him up and setting him down right there. That's going to take us to our first break of the day right here on FDN Sports. And welcome back here. We're going to take a look at this from our third base cam. Caden Jones, rounded third. Looked like he was going home, and just the wrong play there. Slipped and fell, and Gustavo gunning him down. The laser throwing. Lichty, what a tag there by him.
Yeah, well, that replay actually makes a lot more sense now to why Jones didn't want to go home. It's because he slipped and fell. I mean, that's what happened. And then he saw the ball coming to Gustavo, and then he thought to go back. I mean, he had nowhere to go.
Noah, now the Foresters are up. Donovan Clark will lead off here. But why don't you take us through the Foresters lineup as we see a first pitch strike?
Yeah, so for the lineup for the Foresters, number 5, Donovan Clark, senior outfielder will start us off. And then second, number 9, Andrew Natividad. Third, number 16, Daniel Lichty, a infield sophomore, our player to watch for the game. On the fourth spot, Austin Pritchard, a junior first baseman for the Foresters. In the fifth spot, number 7, Jake Hansen, a senior outfielder for the Foresters. In the sixth spot, number 14, Matt Kuntz, also another outfielder for the Foresters and a senior. In the seventh spot, Satchel Wilson, number 12, a freshman shortstop for us. In the eighth spot, number 4, Ian McCutcheon. And in the ninth spot will be Gustavo Bonilla.
1-2 count here for Clark in the box. He'll take a swing at this one. This is a high fly ball to right center. Fisher will call off. Jones out there. And that'll be the first out of the inning for the Foresters. But Noah on the mound for the Marian Knights. Number 12, the senior, Matt Burleton. Burleton, a guy opposing teams hate to see on the mound. In his last game, that was actually against the Foresters, pitched 9 1/3 innings, allowed 6 hits, 2 runs. 2 of those were earned, 3 walks, and 7 strikeouts. So Burleton, not a guy to be taken serious. To not be taken serious, excuse me. And Noah, the thing I remember most about his last outing, that high fastball he has is right there on that line. You see it a couple times, makes you not want to swing at it, but then it's always that 0-2 count. That high fastball, that's a key spot for him, and he gets a lot of strikeouts on that.
Well, now it's also going to be interesting how the umpire calls it as well. You know, that first high fastball that he threw right here, he ended up calling it a ball. So
Yeah.
maybe if he just brings it down a touch, he'll call it a strike. But, you know, who knows? Because, like you said, that is a specialty.
Burleton in a hole right now, 3-0. And that's going to be a walk there. Natividad, the senior, draws it.
Yeah, four straight pitches to Natividad. That is his 17th time getting a walk this season.
No, when we mentioned that high fastball, that looked like it was that high fastball. You mentioned how the ump at home is not calling it so far. That could be a key spot for the Foresters. Navi on first. And that'll bring up Daniel Lichty. Lichty, definitely one of the more dangerous, not only hitters, not only fielders, players for this team. He does it all, no? He has all the tools and mechanics.
I mean, already this season we could make a highlight reel for him. I mean, he had the #1 play in the NAIA for every sport. And, I mean, this kid is just unreal. I mean, he really is. And even off the field, he's a great guy, too.
Yeah. No, I think I've seen quite a few of those #1 plays by Lichty. Only officially having one of those, but if you ask me, I could rack up quite a few more. But right now, Matt Burleton has them all knotted up 1-1 with 1 out. And a runner on first. A close tag there. Navi able to get in, but Bacon making it close there.
If you're going to ask me, from the angle that we have right here, I thought he was out. Personally, I thought he was out, but he got back.
Burleton this pitch inside. That's going to be a ball. The fastball not able to get located there. 2-1 count now for Daniel Lichty.
Yeah, that ball was pretty much inside. I thought it was almost going to hit his right hip, so it hit closest to the umpire.
So you Darvish do that for the Cubs. Now this one chopped off. It's going to be on the ground, and they're going to go for Lichty at first. He's going to be safe, Noah. They're going to say he was off the bag. They're going to say Maverick Bacon pulled his leg off the bag. Lichty safe at first. They don't go for the force at second, so Navi's safe at second, and we have no outs right now. Let's take a look, Noah. Take us through it.
Yeah, really, Lichty, I mean, it was just a little slice shot almost. I can't really tell by that angle if really Bacon had his foot on or off, but I don't know. He wasn't arguing at all, so I'm going to say that the umpire was correct in that call.
That now brings up the dangerous Austin Pritchard. He gets this one chopped off to third base. He'll go to first for one, and he'll get it there. No doubt about that one. But Noah, that moves the runners up now. With one out, we have runners in the pond.
And senior Jacob Hansen will come up to bat. Really, I mean, he's had a fairly decent season. Hasn't necessarily played a whole lot. He's played in 13 games now, 14 games. His batting average is .400, but he's only had 35 at-bats. He is 14 of 35 for the season. So we'll have to see what this senior can do for the Foresters.
Hansen, a smart player inside that box. And with two outs, gonna need a good at-bat here. That one's low for ball one. Noah with Lichty out there on second. Anything out to the outfield, you can see him come around. Lichty is a quick guy, has 9 stolen bases on the season. Hansen will watch that one. He might want that one back.
Do you think we'll see Donovan Clark steal home here?
Navi can make it, Noah, but I don't know. Burlington's a smart pitcher. I don't know if the connection between him and Hickman, I would almost bet on that. Now Hansen fouls that one into the dugout for the Foresters. 2 outs here for Jake Hansen and the Foresters. Matt Burleton trying to get the Knights out of this one in some early trouble here. Some ducks in the pond out there. 2 outs, 1-2 is the count. Burleton the pitch. Hansen wanted it. They're going to call that a ball. Good check swing by Hansen. Started to go on that one, Noah, but let up.
Yeah, if anything, he just kind of brought his wrists up, but the bat was still cocked back.
That'll run it now to a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Left field shifted just a tad left, but not much. This one, Hansen takes a swing. He won't make contact there, and he'll have to sit down. We'll see if the Knights can come back and get something going here in the top half. We'll be right back here on FDN Sports.
Tonight is FDN at the Glen.
Welcome back to Huntington, Indiana. Right now, the Marian Knights looking solid. Matt Burleton able to get Jake Hansen, the senior, swinging on that one, and know some senior-on-senior crime there.
Yeah, really, Jake Hansen. The pitcher's a little outside, at least for my liking, for him at least, because he likes the ball a little bit down low. But I think, really, honestly, that pitcher's way too far outside.
Leading off here for the Knights, we'll see number 32, Tyler Vogel. the sophomore from Jennings County High School in North Vernon, Indiana. Another one gets away from Gustavo there, a little bit of a wild pitch, 2-0 count. Noah, how's Vogel been doing this season?
Vogel, you know what? It's kind of an average season for him, but, I mean, he is a sophomore, so he's starting to get more playing time. But he's batting .253, and he's 25 of 99. So, really, it's not the worst, but, I mean, honestly, he's a sophomore. He's got so much more time to really grow, and he's playing on a great team right now, too.
Yeah. Team that's made the last 2 NAIA tournaments. One at the expense of the Foresters. That was last year. And Noah, a solid team for the Foresters last year. We thought they were going to be able to do some damage, and they were in the Crossroads League. Beat Marian in the first game of the championship to go to a winner-take-all second game, and Matt Burleton and the Knights able to shut down the Foresters and win that 9-1. Now this one out to Satchel Wilson. He makes the scoop. The freshman gets it to first, and he gets the out.
Okay, so for Satchel Wilson, that was an incredible play. That was absolutely incredible because it took one hop, and then it bounced in between the grass and the dirt of the infield. So because of that, it just kind of rolled to him. That's so unexpected, and for him to have the reflexes to control that ball is outstanding.
No, the freshman, once again, amazing us, has done it really all season long. But that does bring up number 11, the senior, Skylar McCool. Noah McCool, the guy, if you remember back to last game, had that home run. He was the one that had that off Shenneberry you mentioned earlier. Sent that one over the Forest Glen sign out here in right field. McCool trying to strike early, and a big rip there. But no contact made. 1-2 is the count.
Yeah, McCool was really trying to make a statement right there by that swing.
McCool on the season has the highest average on this team, but's only played in 17 games. Inside pitch there. He owns that average with a .553. Pretty high for a guy, Noah.
Yeah,
Mentioned that one home run, only 6 hits on the season too.
Yeah, .553. I mean, that's incredible, but he's going to go down swinging here to Joey Butts.
Joey Butts sets him up and sits him down right there. We'll take a look at this one. Noah, the freshman, is getting his placement here. Let's look at that one. It looked like a slider, a breaking ball there. Butts able to find the outside corner. And McCool have to find the bench on his way back.
Yeah, Joey Butts, he has the lowest ERA except for Alex McCutcheon here this season. Really, his ERA is .279 right now. Really, I mean, he is having an incredible freshman season.
That'll bring up number 16, Kai Quintero. Quintero didn't play in the single game last time around, but getting some action today. But so far, Noah, not in his favor. 0-2 count right now, 2 outs. The pitch here. That one outside there. Quintero able to lay off. Good discipline by him.
Yeah, Butts up 0-2, and, you know, he just thought he'd try to flirt with that outside pitch there. Obviously didn't go his way, but let's see if this one goes his way.
1-2 the count. This one gets in the gap, and that'll reach out to Hanson in right field. McCutcheon playing over to second a little bit there. Great job to find that gap by Quintero. That leads to another base hit for the Marian Knights.
Yeah, Quintero able to hit opposite field there. And like you said, there was a big gap right there in between McCutcheon and also Pritchard there at first base.
Quintero becomes the third guy now to get a hit for this Knight squad. That brings up number 7, Henry Fisher, the senior. Fisher thought about the first one. Looked like he went around enough. And no, I think even if he didn't, I think that one was still over the plate.
Well, and I think he even asked the umpire, you know, if he swung or not, and the umpire said, no, you didn't swing, but it was still a strike.
Quintero on first, an inside one there. That Fisher will back off.
Well, in that last pitch right there, I could hear Gustavo's glove, how high he caught the ball in his glove, and so it was just that close for another wild pitch.
Fisher swings there. That one's in the dirt. But that'll lead up now to a 1-2 count with 2 outs. And Noah, Joey Butts right now through 2 innings. He's doing phenomenal. He's got 2 strikeouts so far.
Yeah, Joey Butts really showing what he's got right now. I mean, this is the perfect time to do it, going up against number 3 in the conference.
That one not able to find the outside corner. But Noah, that's a pitch I like. If I'm Brian Abbott, pitching coach here for the Forsters, I love that pitch. That's a little outside. Maybe that's one you get Fisher to swing on. He'll look over now to Quintero at first. 2-2 is the count with 2 outs. And a runner on first. That's Quintero. Fisher's in the box. The pitch here from Butts. That one's sent out to left field, and that'll be a foul ball. That'll find its way to the creek that lines the field.
Yeah, almost looked like a golf swing right there, and he even got the tip of the bat too. And every time I hear that sound, my hands just, they have so much pain hearing that.
Another outside pitch there from Butts, a little low as well. And that's going to run it to a full count.
And you know what? Your hands will hurt worse if it's really cold and that happens too. I think that's the absolute worst for a hitter. Well, either that or getting hit with a pitch, I guess.
And that's a big pitch there by Joey Butts. A strikeout. He gets it there. Set up Fisher. Sit him down. We're going to come right back with it right here on FDN Sports. See if the Forsters can get it going.
It's hard not to have faith and be close to God when you're out there hours on end pushing your body to its limits. We try to provide a lot of opportunities for the kids to spend time together in a constructive and meaningful way through study hall groups, devotional series, and then our practices. Huntington University is really unique in the fact that on the cross-country team, we have resources and experience and knowledge that no other NEI school has for sure. I can guarantee that.
Noah taking a look back at this one. Henry Fisher swinging for the fences, but he'll have to sit down on that one. Joey Butts, the freshman, pitching a phenomenal game so far through 2. This will bring up the DH for the Forsters. Matt Kuntz. Satchel Wilson will follow, and Ian McCutcheon be the third guy. Kuntz gets this one out to left field. He sends that one back to Quintero. And Quintero's able to grab a hold of that one.
Yeah, really, that was looking pretty nice from Kuntz coming off the bat. But that went straight to left field. Kuchera barely had to take a couple of steps right there, honestly.
Satchel Wilson, the shortstop, now up for the Forsters. Gets this one. Lopez, the other shortstop for the Knights, is able to corral it. And he gets it to Bacon for the second out now.
Now batting number
For the
4,
Forsters.
The Forsters' second baseman,
2 pitches, 2 outs.
Ian McCutcheon.
Really, Marian's starting off hot here. I mean, they're just routine plays, too. I mean, really, Huntington's not giving them anything difficult here in this second inning.
First pitch in there, a strike for Ian McCutcheon. And Noah, first pitch strikes are so important for a pitcher, especially a guy that's kind of struggled a little bit on the early going.
Yeah, really, that went out on the outside right there, but you're exactly right, Ryan. Really, that's the thing that sometimes determines how that batter is going to go for this time.
Burlington the pitch now. McCutcheon, High pop fly here. This one right in the dugout, and that's going to get out of play. That one's saving McCutcheon a little bit there.
Yeah, it really just kind of hit the corner of the dugout right there. I mean, if that wouldn't have hit the corner, really Hickman, he would have been right there for Marian.
McCutcheon now a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Forster's bats quiet in this inning. They'll stay quiet here. Burlington gets another strikeout there. McCutcheon gets set down, and we'll see now if the Knights bats once again can get hot in the top half of the third right here on FDN Sports.
Raffle tickets to raise money.
The biggest thing that has shocked me about the program is the appeal the program has across the country. We recruit kids and get kids from all over. We've had kids from Florida, Maryland, Hawaii, California, Washington. We've got several recruits coming up from Texas and Louisiana. Men's team, women's team, it doesn't matter. Everybody is really a close-knit type group. If they do fall behind in classes, they absolutely have to come to us, find them tutors. We'll find somebody on the team that can help them with classes, and we will make any and all necessary things and adjustments for them to catch up on their studies. Any player that's gone through this program in the past is just as much part of our family group now as they were when they bowled. And that's something that's really special and different about our program from a lot of other programs.
Ethan Stephen.
And back inside this one, we'll take a look at that strikeout once again. And Noah, it's been a pitcher's duel today, similar to that last ball game we had against these two teams.
And the difference is right now, they've gotten 3 hits off of Butts, and there have been no hits at this point to Burlington.
This one now a shot to the gap between shortstop and third baseman. And that's going to put on number 3, Ethan Steven.
Now batting the right
Man, that was
fielder
a
and leadoff
shot
hitter,
over
number
there in the
30,
gap between
Caden
shortstop
Jones.
and third base. And really at that point, there was really not a lot of gap in between shortstop and third base. Steven did a great job of getting his bat on the ball for sure.
That brings off the leadoff hitter, Caden Jones, number 30. Now, if you remember back to the first inning, Jones was able to get a single as his first hit of the ball game. It was the first hit of the ball game, I guess I should say. No, it's a beautiful day out here. 70
Honestly,
degrees, a little breeze.
I have not seen a better day for baseball this season. This season, honestly, has been terrible whenever we try to have home games here at Forest Glen Park.
The last few have been decent.
They've
I
been
won't
decent.
say nice.
Okay.
I'll say decent.
Okay, all right.
Nice from the press box, I'll say that. On the field, not so much.
Yeah, sorry, camera people. That's a bummer.
We have a great staff here we work with, and that one a little outside for Jones to even think about. 2-1's the count, no outs, and Steven on first. Noah mentioned Caden Jones had that home run. A guy that just looks like he has some power in that box. This one, a high fly ball. Gustavo's going to run back, and that one's going to fall inside the bleachers here, making a big thud and scaring some home fans right here behind the mound.
Yeah, it took a bounce and then hit Carly Hockenmeyer right on the back of the head, but it just kind of skidded up her neck and head. But hey, she's fine. She's lived to see another day, so it's all right.
2-2 the count now. 0 outs. And Jones is going to get set down. Wow. Joey Butts, perfect pitch, gets a strikeout, and he's... Wow, Noah, take us through this.
Yeah, Joey Butts really finding that low spot to be very helpful, and really, he put Jones to his knees with that pitch.
Noah, he's just a freshman.
He is.
Just a freshman.
He is.
Butts will check over on first now, and I feel like there's quite a few guys that we see on a regular basis for this squad that you can say that about.
Well, and that's the same with basketball season too. Really, Coach Platt put in a lot of different freshmen for them. Gustavo there.
Here.
Oh my gosh, what a perfect throw.
Gustavo lost the ball at first, able to find it right away. Ethan Steven, maybe not the best jump on first. We'll have to take a look at this. No, but look how quick Gustavo finds that, and just the laser out there. Ethan Steven had no chance.
Well, and Wilson did a great job of coming in front of the bag as well to still be able to reach to snag that ball and to put the tag down on Steven.
This one, a shot out right center field. It's going to get back to the wall, to the warning track. That's Maverick Bacon. He's going to round first. Goes to second, and he's going to hold up there. Hansen and Clark out there.
I'm actually surprised that Bacon didn't try to go third. Really, I think he would have had a shot, honestly, because it did take Hansen a little bit to grab that ball out in right center.
I do agree with that, no, but I think maybe Caden Jones there when he rounded third earlier, maybe that kind of holds up the base runners a little bit. They don't go for that extra opportunity. But now with 2 outs and a runner on second, that brings up Leo Lopez, the senior. This one a little outside for Lopez to swing at. And Noah with that last hit for Bacon. That'll now extend his hit streak to 4 ball games in a row. Not quite the Joe DiMaggio one, but a hit streak nevertheless.
With Leo Lopez up to bat for the Knights. He's played and started in 35 games, so that's every game this season for the Knights. He's also 41 of 133, which gives him a batting average of 308 for the season. And really, again, that's not too bad. Really, if anytime you're in the 300s, I don't care if it's low or high, that's a really decent season.
3-0 count here for Lopez. Butts not able to find the strike zone. That inside pitch does. Lopez trying to sell it, having to pick up his bat a little bit there. Not enough for the ump to bite, though. We see Butts there on the mound. Great shot from our third base camera. Butts the pitch. That one's outside. And that's going to be a walk for Leo Lopez.
Now Lopez did a great job right there, not buying, almost like it was a little breaking ball right there. Missed his target just by a little bit. And now runners on first and second on the top of the third inning.
That does bring up catcher Evan Hickman, number 15. Hickman's got a 291 average. We'll see if he can do something here. And wow. No, if that one stays fair, I don't know where that's landing in Huntington County, but it's not going to be around here. That was a shot there by Hickman.
I think that probably land on the new path that you can take through the woods out in right center.
And that's quite a ways back there in the woods as well. Second one in here for a ball. Noah Hickman's got 13 RBIs on the season. Maverick Bacon trying to be number 14 out there on second base. 1-1 count for Hickman. 2 outs. This one once again in the ground. But Gustavo doing a good job of blocking that and not letting it get away.
I was going to say, he's doing a great job of, like, whenever that does happen, he literally throws off his mask, ready to do whatever he needs to with that ball.
No, when I heard we had a transfer starting at our catcher position, I was a little bit worried. Watching Gustavo play, I think all my worries are set free now.
Well, and also he's a sophomore too, so he is a little bit younger, but really, he's done a great job. I mean, bats included and also just the defensive.
Yeah. No, I don't know how the frames, Thad and Mike do it, but they find these gems, these transfers. Some D1 guys, and this one now out. Satchel Wilson can't get a handle on it. Nativi Dodd's going to scoop it up. He's not going to make the throw home. So that's going to score Maverick Bacon. That's going to be the 14th RBI on the season for Hickman. And the Knights now lead 1-0.
Yeah, Marian able to strike first here in this matchup between the Foresters, and instead of the first one coming in the 7th inning, it's coming here in the 3rd inning.
Number 32, Tyler Vogel.
That now brings up Tyler Vogel, number 32. Once again, runners on 1st and 2nd. No, we have a courtesy runner at 1st. That is number 6, Adam Shooter, the junior from North Central in Indianapolis, not going too far away from home for school.
Running at first base for Marian,
A
number
little
6.
bit of a hometown hero for him. I'm sure he has a very strong support system back at Marian.
Vogel fouls this one off. Leo Lopez out there at 2nd, trying to get around the bases here. But it's going to be Vogel that's going to have to do the damage. A pitch here, this one out to right field. The damage is going to be fouled off right there, Noah. That's one. If you can just pull it a little bit more and keep that fair, that could potentially bring in 2 as we take a look at this.
Yeah, when the ball came off of his bat, because of the motion, kind of how he shot down at it, you knew it was going to tail away, but just the question was, how far was it going to tail away? And it tailed away just a little too far.
0-2 count now for Vogel in a hole, 2 outs. Butts trying to get out of the inning. And once again, can't find that low outside corner. And Noah, that's where Butts looks like he's comfortable with, that low outside pitch.
Yeah, he's thrown a lot of those, and honestly, it's been just way too far off of the plate for the umpire to give him anything. So, I mean, it's making the umpire's job, pretty easy, and, there's another one right there.
Talked Matt Burlington, he likes that high fastball at the top of the strike zone. Joey Butts, he likes to go down and out. 2 guys with different styles. So far, these teams having to see what they can do to get some hits here. 2-2 the count with 2 outs and 2 runners on. Vogel sends this one up. Another foul ball, and that one once again sent opposite field. So Hansen is going to have to keep his eyes up out there and right.
Yeah, again, kind of chopping down at the baseball, not exactly going through it. That's just because the pitches are coming in a little bit lower than what he's used to, I guess.
But the delivery, this one fouled back into the net.
Yeah, Butts is really keeping it low here with Vogel. He's making the observation that he's really trying to go after those low ones.
Butts is going to reconsider this one, and in the on-deck circle we have Skylar McCool, the number 6 hitter. 2-2 count here, the delivery, and that's a strikeout there. Gustavo's going to lay the tag on him, but he's out anyway. Forsters get out of this jam. Joey Butts only lets up 1, but Noah, the Marian Knights score. They lead this one now 1-0. We'll be back here on FDN Sports.
This is how we like to do it.
Hello and welcome back. We're going to take a look at the strikeout, and Joey Butts losing a little bit of control early, but able to find the stuff later on there. Did allow 1 run to come across, though. And for the Forcers, we're going to see Gustavo, Donovan Clark, and Andrew Natividad up. Gustavo getting one fouled off here. No, Gustavo struggling a little bit at the plate. Not behind the plate, but at the plate. He'll watch a strike in there. That's going to put him in 0-2 count. Only batting 184, but Noah, take us through the rest of his hitting.
Yeah, he's played in 26 games total, but he's only 7 of 38. And he's had one of the lesser amounts at bats for the Foresters as a whole. We'll have to see what he does here in this pressure situation as he fouls another one off to still keep it at 1-2.
No, we keep mentioning how good of a job Joey Butts is doing on the mound. But in retrospect, for the Marian Knights, Matt Burleton, he's been solid so far, hasn't allowed any hits. No runs either. Can he kind of, you know, from your side, your point of view, kind of what you've seen from him tonight?
Yeah, really, I mean, for the Knights, Burleton, really, he's done a great job here so far. And there's another strikeout for him. I mean,
Mention how well he's been doing, Noah, right there. He proves our point there. Gets Gustavo looking there. Gustavo thought that one was running inside.
Yeah, Gustavo, really, he has been struggling this year. And so it's just really been tough to see him kind of try to adjust to the Crossroads League. But he will get it. You know, it just takes a lot of time, unfortunately.
And with Gustavo down, that brings up Donovan. This one's going to get out to left field. Donovan's rounding first. He's going to 2, but decides to hold up. Noah, the speedster, rethinking that. We don't see him do that quite often, but I think that was a good job by him to hold up on that.
Yeah, I think it was too. Honestly, it was a great hit out to left field, and actually it was trying to tail away from Quintero, but Quintero got there with enough time to really kind of gather himself and then throw it to his cutoff, which was Lopez.
No, I know I don't need to say it at all, but you know what I'm going to. Donovan's on first. Hickman's gotta think about it.
And there we go.
The throw to second here. He's gonna be safe. They're gonna say he dropped the ball out there. That's number 3, Steven and Donovan and Steven colliding there. See the sportsmanship, and no, we're going to take a look at this one. Take us through it.
Yeah, I mean, Burleton did a great job of knowing what Donovan Clark likes to do best. And really, Steven, he couldn't handle the ball whenever he was trying to bring it over to Donovan as he was trying to tag him, just kind of lost it there.
Yeah, Steven getting on that front side of that bag, and Clark really sliding right into his rib cage, it looked like there. But that's another stolen base for Clark. Noah, that is now 3 consecutive games. Clark has a stolen base. Had 5 in the last game against Goshen, and Natividad's going to see a strike there.
Yeah, Donovan Clark, he's actually 8th individually in total stolen bases. Now it was 27, but now it's 28.
That's 28 and 31 attempts. Now this one off to Lopez at second. He's going to look at Clark, but get Navi out for sure. And Clark will stay at second. That'll be the second out this inning for the Foresters.
The Foresters' third baseman, number 16.
Take a look at this one there. Navi not able to get all of it, and Clark kind of dancing on second, maybe tempting Lopez, but goes to first to get Navi the sure out. And that brings up the dangerous man, the player to watch. You said it, Noah. Daniel Lichty for the Foresters. 2 outs. But Donovan Clark, he's out there on second. And Noah, Donovan, he's quick stealing second base. But I think when he steals third base, I almost want to say he's almost quicker because he can get such a better jump off that.
Yeah, Donovan, well, he's gotten out. Sorry, I was mumbling right there. What Donovan does best is that he gets huge jumps.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, his speed is absolutely incredible. So when you combine those two, I mean, well, he was a running back. He was a D1 running back. So, I mean, you got to know that he's fast.
Clark now out there. That one's going to be a ball, and 2-1 count for Lichty. 2 outs for the Foresters. But there is a duck in the pond out there on second. Clark not really dancing around like we typically see him do. Burleton keeping an eye on him. Lichty's going to foul that one off. Right back to the net it goes. We do have Austin Pritchard, the first baseman and number 4 hitter up. We'll take a look at this one. It's going to be that foul tipping. No, I always love seeing the people right behind home plate when we see those foul tips back, kind of those reactions. Great job by Kobe Solms on replay getting that one.
Yeah, sometimes you just kind of forget that there's something in between you and the field.
Lichty gets this one out. Right center of the gap. Clark's coming home. He's gonna make it with ease. Lichty's going to second. He's going to third, actually. King has it. He throws it. Lichty's in third. That's a triple for him. The Foresters score, and they knock this one up.
What a rip by Lichty. And did I call it, or
Wake
did
up
I
the Forester
call it?
fans, Noah.
Man, that was huge. Daniel Lichty hitting it straight out to, again, that gap in right center field. I mean, that's been wide open for both teams. And Lichty, man, he just goes right on around to third. And really with time to spare, too.
Yeah. No, when I saw him around second for a minute, I was a little worried. Not that Lichty doesn't have that speed to make it to third, but just running for those triples, and Lichty once again showing those wheels. Clark was almost home before the throw even come in, so he was almost a sure score there, and the Foresters tie this one up at 1 apiece with the powerful Austin Pritchard in the box. He's got 2 home runs on the season. Could have had 3. It's a sore subject,
Yeah.
no, I know, but 2 home runs officially, and we're going to leave it at that. 1-1 the count for Pritchard. 2 outs. Lichty on third.
Pritchard was really eyeing that one down as it crossed the plate.
Oh, we know Pritchard likes that high fastball.
Well,
Can really send that one deep.
I was going to say, well, he's in luck because that's Burlington's pitch right there going after that one.
2 big power guys here in Burleton and Pritchard in this matchup. 2-2 the count right now with 2 outs. Duck in the pond with Lichty on third. And the Foresters trying to get this lead. It'll be their first one of the day. This one a high fly ball out to Fisher in center field. And that's going to be a routine fly out for Fisher and the Knights. But not before the Foresters tie this one up. By the way, Donovan Clark and a triple by Daniel Lichty. We'll be right back here on FDN Sports. We'll take a look at that replay. This is going to be of the triple where Donovan Clark scored. This one getting to the gap to right center. Caden Jones and Fisher both ranging there. You see Lichty, the speed there, hustling into third base. And now I am joined by one of the starting pitchers for this squad, Noah Tobias. We gave him a little break, but we brought in DJ Moore, a little call to the bullpen, you may say. DJ, how many times have you come out of the bullpen in your career?
My freshman year, I started out of the bullpen. Had a few starts here and there, but we had a lot of veterans on the pitching staff, so I came in as a reliever. Then after my freshman year, my sophomore through senior season, as of now, I'm a starter.
Made that starter position, locking it down there.
Yeah, starting's a lot different than relieving. Relieving, you can come in any situation, really. Starting's, I'm more comfortable there than always have been as a reliever. So,
DJ, we keep talking about, kind of the bullpen, the starters for this team. We knew we had some solid starters, but the bullpen kind of had a few question marks. You guys have done phenomenal so far this year. Joey Butts, a prime example of the freshman. 0-2 right now. This one, though, out to center field. Clark's going to get out there. He's going to make the dive, and he's got it. They're going to call him out, and wow, what a great play by Donovan Clark out there in center field, laying out for that one.
there's really not many balls that drop in the outfield.
Now batting the Knights left
He's a
fielder,
guy that
number
seems like he could
16,
almost cover all the outfield out there, DJ.
When we played together when we were 12 years old, and those shorter fences, the only way a ball got by him was if it was a home run.
Yeah.
He's a freak out there.
Now, DJ, when you got to pitch to a guy like Donovan Clark, how hard is it to pitch to him?
Donovan's a type of hitter that he'll swing at almost just about anything to get on base. He's become more of a disciplined hitter since he's got back to baseball from football, but he's still a little raw at the plate. But pitching to Donovan, he's going to put the ball in play or try to. But if he gets that ball on the ground, you got to get rid of it.
Yeah, quick guy, and Joey Butts now 1-1 count. That's real inside there for Kai Quintero. And Quintero shaking his head there, not happy about that one. Joey Butts maybe losing a little control on that pitch. DJ, you guys, number 3 team in the conference here into the Forest Glen. What would it mean for you guys to get this sweep in this series or pull out the 2-1 win in this series against this team?
We definitely need to pull out a win here or the next game.
This one now out to the gap in right center. Hansen's going to get there. Quintero's going to get on base, but go ahead, DJ.
Yeah, this series right here is huge, especially going in the weekend against St. Francis and then finishing with Iowa. Because the way Mount Verden's schedule looks on the rest of the season, it's not the top teams in the conference, so and they're a tough team to beat. So these next few series are going to be huge.
Mount Vernon right now only a game and a half back from you guys. Then behind them, Marian, of course. They're 3 games back. Iowa 3 games back.
But on a hot streak. So
winning 7 straight right now.
Must be figuring some things out. They started off real slow, which was about shocked the whole conference. So
that one there off the umpire's mitt. Or off his cap, excuse me. A little shaken up there, but 0-1 count right now for Joey Butts.
Joey's going to be a huge pitcher within the next couple of years. He's a hard worker, likes to get determined and get down to business, honestly.
Butts will check over on first, and up here to us, DJ, we see him. He really likes to work that low outside fastball. Is that kind of like his bread and butter spot right there?
Well, with Joey's ball, it moves. It has a natural run to it being a righty. And if he keeps that ball low and throwing that curveball right there, keeps everything low, he's going to be hard to hit. Then he also has a good changeup too. So if he keeps that ball and working it in and out, he's going to be a real tough pitcher to hit down the road.
Fisher right now in an 0-2 hole with 1 out, but he's got Quintero on first. This one now fouled out.
And with a team like Marian, they're going to swing the bat. They got a lot of power. So if you leave the ball up, they're going to really do some damage.
DJ, you guys been playing really well this season. 20-10 so far, leading the conference. But it seems like you guys just fight out wins. You grind out wins. That one a high ball there for a 1-2 count. But you guys always seem like, you're right there. A couple walk-off wins and, some Crossroads League games. And those are tough games to lose. But nevertheless, you're right there in those ball games. Yeah,
we usually start off real slow towards the games. And once we've seen the pitcher a couple of times through the order, we start chipping away. All we have to do is put the ball in play because we got a lot of speed on the bases. And our pitchers they're growing, especially our freshmen. So they're starting to pitch better than what they did in high school. So it's really going to help down the road, especially in these last couple of weeks and in the tournament, to see what we can do.
8 conference games left for you guys. This one gets away from Gustavo. And we're going to see Quintero get to second on that wild pitch. We'll take a look back at this one here and see Butts. That one just getting away from him. Looked like he maybe had
Definitely pulled it. Yep. Jordy likes to show a lot of emotion on the mound, but I always talk to him about hiding that emotion and not showing bad body language out there, because it's something that he came in doing, and in college, people are going to hit you, so you just got to move on to the next pitch.
Big strikeout there for Butts. Take a look back at that again. Fisher to sit down, and that's Fisher's second strikeout of the day there. And DJ, you talk about that emotion on the mound for a pitcher. How big is it to kind of stay even keel and not get too high or too low out there?
You definitely should have emotions when you're out there, but you can't let the bad ones get to you. Once you start that, you'll start making bad pitches. You'll leave pitches over the plate, and you'll let the other team hit when you really should be down in the zone and do what you have and just show them what you got.
DJ, we mentioned that low outside fastball. Butts able to connect on it right there.
He's really good at moving the ball in and out and keeping it down when he does.
Not able to find that one. That'll run it to a 1-1 count. 2 outs for the Marian Knights right now. Quintero's out there on second. Steven, the second baseman right now. This one out to center field. Clark will come up. He's going to grab that one. And the Forcers get out of this one. Joey Butts staying good on the mound right now. DJ, I can't wait to see what the bats can do for the Forcers in this next half inning. We'll be right back here on FDN Sports.
It's hard not to have faith and be close to God when you're out there hours on end pushing your body to its limits. We try to provide a lot of opportunities for the kids to spend time together in a constructive and meaningful way through study hall groups, devotional series, and then our practices. Huntington University is really unique in the fact that on the cross-country team, we have resources and experience and knowledge that no other NEI school has for sure. I can guarantee that.
Ryan Lockhart back here with DJ Moore, a pitcher. The Huntington Forcers, and DJ Donovan Clark once again able to catch that one out in center field. And you mentioned he's able to cover so much ground out there, not really having to move too far on that one though.
It's nice when you, as a pitcher.
Now Jake Hansen getting on the board. He gets a hit for the Forcers. The senior able to get on base right here. And you know, DJ, to me, Jake's been a big guy. He kind of grinds out those at-bats. He'll take a guy 9, 10 pitches, get on base, get a walk. That's big for a team.
Especially Jake. Jake's really stepped up this year. Coach, early in the season, we were just talking about last year a little bit and how things ended. They just simply told Jake he sucked, which he did struggle big time last year, but he's definitely come up big this year. He's definitely seen a lot of pitches, and I think he's seen the ball a lot better, which is good for him.
And baseball is one of those games that, you know, one down season can kind of hurt your morale and ego a little bit, but only takes a couple good at-bats to get right back into it. And now Matt Kuntz looking at another strike there. That runs him to a 1-1 count.
Definitely don't want to leave the ball over play with Matt Kuntz. We'll most likely put it in the trees.
Kuntz, the guy that can warm up rather quickly. Here's the DH. And he'll foul this one off.
Hasn't had a lot of at-bats this year, but in BP, he puts some lasers out there, so he's definitely got a lot of power.
And DJ Kuntz is a guy, I almost like to see him when he's in an 0-2 hole or has 2 strikes nevertheless, because I feel like that's kind of when he amps it up a little bit more and he sees the ball even better.
Yeah, most definitely. Kuntz is he was one of the first batters when I came in, or when he came in, I threw 2 in. I threw a ball inside, and I think he lasered it foul, but it definitely would have been gone.
1-2 count for Kuntz, no outs. Hansen on first. And Kuntz fouls this one off once again. But taking those big rips at the plate right now.
He definitely swings it hard, has a lot of good fast speed behind his bat.
Matt Burleton out on the mound right now for the Knights. Burleton only allowed 3 hits so far. And he'll look over to Hanson, who really wasn't far off the bag over there on first.
I don't know if you really see Jake steal a bag here. Doesn't have a ton of speed.
Does have 1 stolen base on the season,
He
DJ.
is sneaky on the base pass. He really is.
This one inside. Kuntz not able to make contact. They're
Safe.
going to call him out.
Boy.
Hanson's going to go to second, and he's going to be safe.
Guess it did work out, but
You might have to apologize to him on that one, DJ. He's able to get to second on that one.
like I said, he is sneaky on the base pass. Or just about anything he does.
Hanson, a guy you said struggled a little bit last season, but this season maybe a little bit more limited playing time this season, but he's made the most of it for sure.
He definitely has. He didn't really start playing much early in the season in February, but coach just kept giving him more chances and chances. He's definitely taking advantage of it. So it's good to see one of the seniors stepping up big time. But we also have a lot of guys, a lot of young talent on the bench that are waiting their turn too.
I think the bench depth is one of the really bright spots and strengths for this team. Big next man up mentality, and Satchel trying to lay down that bunt.
Most definitely. This is my 4th year here, so this is probably the most talented team I've seen, the most athletic team that's came in here. We got guys, 3 or 4 guys backing up each position. It's going to be exciting to see what they have in the future here.
How important is that once you start kind of getting towards the Crossroads League Conference, when you know some of those guys start getting injured or maybe even tired?
Even tired or injured, you know you got guys behind them that can play, that played up high levels. Jarrett Gray being one. He's one of our clutchest hitters. Comes in last couple lanes, he gets a hit that we need. He's definitely been big for us.
Wilson flies that one out to Steven, the second baseman. Wilson, one of those young guys. He's a guy that's made an impact right from the start.
He comes from a big baseball family, so his brothers played at a very high level, so I think that helps with his talent. He's definitely got a lot of talent for sure, and he'll be exciting to play or watch over the next couple of years. Same exact with Ian McCutcheon, too.
McCutcheon right now in the box. 2 outs, and Hanson's out there on second. Hanson getting kind of a big lead out there on second, as neither Lopez or Steven paying much attention to him.
Definitely need to see if we can get a run right here.
Tie ball game 1-1, and McCutcheon will look at that one. That might be one he wants back, DJ.
Yeah, it looked pretty good over the plate.
Now, DJ, as a pitcher, you ever give any of the hitters advice out there?
We try not to. If it's on our own team, we try to, but, I mean, we don't really try to tell the hitters what we're trying to throw, but if we have, like, rhythms or, like, patterns we try to pitch, we definitely try to give the hitters some advice. But it's kind of hard facing different pitchers from different teams. But Matt Burleton is, I'll give him credit, he's a really good pitcher that's gave us trouble over the past couple of years.
Burleton, a guy that seems like he's been around for 5 or 6 years now.
Yep.
Been a dominant pitcher, was the pitcher of the year in the conference 2 years ago.
He was. He's a guy that knows how to pitch, uses location well. He tries to get you out with his up fastball, and then he'll try to come back with his curveball, which is really good.
3-1 count right now for McCutcheon. 2 outs. Hanson's out there on second. He's trying to come across the plate as the tying run. Burleton the pitch. This one out to short right field. Hanson's going to round third base. He's going to come home. Caden Jones isn't able to come up with it. McCutcheon's going to get into second, and the Forcers are going to get the lead back 2-1. Hanson comes across the plate.
We'll take it.
DJ, take us through this replay here.
Well, we definitely got jammed in the ball that's up. That's what Burleton tries to do. He tries to get you out with his high fastball and jam you in, especially on the righties. But we have guys that are chip away and will put the ball in play. So it was good to see Ian making that bat right there.
That ball just dropping in front of Caden Jones a little bit. The grass is a little wet out there, so maybe not bouncing up into his mitt quite like he thought.
Yeah, we were iffy if we were going to play today just because the dirt was real soft yesterday and we had puddles all around, but I think we had nice weather that dried it up.
Originally a 3 o'clock start time for this first game. Got pushed back to 5 o'clock.
Definitely going to be a long night.
DJ, for you guys, does that kind of mess with maybe your schedule or anything, moving the game back a few hours?
I think all these guys know or played enough baseball in the past where game times get moved back. You just got to be patient. Got to wait until the game comes around. But it's the same routine we've done our whole lives, and really not much changes, really.
2 outs here for the Foresters. Gustavo up right now. And DJ, I got to ask, the other day you were out here pitching, come out a little early in the ball game, looked like maybe your right arm a little tight there. Can you give us maybe a little insight to what happened and maybe what the future is for you?
Well, the series we had against Taylor, I threw probably too many pitches in 8 innings or so, but it was something I had to do just to get the win. But that day against Mount Vernon, I've been battling some forearm tightness towards my ulnar nerve. So I went to the doctor. They diagnosed me with valgus extension overload. So it's when there's a nerve in your elbow that pops up when you overextend. So I got a cortisone shot. I'm just kind of getting back into things I've been throwing the past couple days and hoping for a start this weekend against St. Francis.
Be a big opportunity. Start here. We're going to call out a foul tip, and Gustavo's going to be out here, but not before the Foresters get one across the plate. That was Jake Hansen on a double by Ian McCutcheon. We'll be right back here to see how Joey Butts and the Foresters defense can do against this Marian Knight squad. This is FDN Sports.
Head over to the FDN chamber by the
This is how we like to do it.
Welcome back here to Huntington, Indiana. We're going to take a look at that last strikeout there. Gustavo not able to make contact. And DJ, we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Gustavo a transfer, Pritchard's a transfer. Quite a few other guys on this team are either transfers, D1 or community college. Do you know what the secret is to how the Frames find all those guys so well? You know, Will Corson Carr is the guy that comes to my mind from a few years ago.
Well, Will, there was a couple guys in our team that played with Will in Little League. So he was always around the area, travel ball. I know he got drafted out of high school, but he didn't want to go. He wanted to get a degree. So getting him here was huge. He was a live arm at IU, but he got hurt. So Tyler Zemsky, I think, actually got him here with Thad Frame, which is huge because everybody's real close with Will, he's a really good guy.
I believe Will's now playing up for the Traverse City Beach Bums.
He was up there, I believe. I haven't heard. He came to throw against us in the winter, but I don't know if he's still up there or not.
DJ, you were part of that 2017 team that was able to hang a couple banners up around here. 2-1 count now for Caden Jones. How big and how important was it for that team to really get something going? Because seemed like you guys were destined for it. That class was a little bit of a disappointment the year before, but then able to get it going in 2017. A walk there for Caden Jones.
Yeah, that year was really exciting. It's like when we walked into a game, especially in conference, we knew we were going to win just because we were solid and with the bats we had. And pitching with that, it's honestly relieving.
We're going to see a courtesy runner here for Caden Jones.
Running
That's
at
going to be
first
number
base for
1,
Marian,
Tyler
number
Hargrove,
1,
the
Tyler
freshman
Hargrove.
from Hamilton, Ohio. It does bring up Maverick Bacon, the first baseman, for the Marian Knights. And Maverick Bacon, a guy transfer from Ball State, guy that's got a lot of power, really good first baseman too.
Yep, played against him my freshman year in summer ball, so I knew he was going to Marian. I believe his dad's the third base coach as well.
Third base coach and the head coach
Yep.
of the team.
Yep.
DJ, we always talk about, you know, how fun it is to watch you guys play. Seems like you guys have so much fun out there, and baseball's a game. Seems like the more you can have fun, the easier you make it. Now this one, McCutcheon's not going to be able to make it. Hargrove's going to stop at second, and Hanson's going to get that. But that's a hit from Maverick Bacon.
Yeah, with baseball, you just got to have a lot of fun with it because it's a long game, so it's easy to get unfocused and refocused.
Now batting the shortstop,
But it's just a game you just got to go out and play. We all been playing our whole lives and just treat it as another day in the ballpark. So
Now Gustavo's going to walk out, and they're going to talk to Joey Butts. And DJ, you know, being a senior on this team, what are some things, you know, you've seen in your 4 years here that, you know, you really like about this program, maybe even the school as well?
well, this program in the school, it's tradition. So Coach Frame knows what he's doing. All the coaches have been here for a while. I think most of our coaching staff, or not all, have played for Coach Frame. So, and just the school in general. I took a visit here. That was actually one of the last guys that called me before I committed somewhere else. But I took a visit and I just fell in love with the place. It was kind of something I looked for. It was smaller. I wasn't really a big school guy, so and it made me feel like home, especially with the guys that already graduated. So.
DJ, you're not from too far away, just right down the road here. Was that kind of big and important to you as well?
I mean, I was looking at schools 5-6 hours away, so being close is nice to have family come watch and all their support, but I really didn't make a difference if I was away from home or close.
Lopez gets this one off. Lichty scoops it up after it hits off of him. He gets Lopez out at first. And Daniel Lichty, another big play here for the Forsters. We're going to take a look at this one. Lopez, really hard hit ball here. Lichty looked like he had it initially, but the barehanded scoop, and DJ, once again, Daniel Lichty at third base making another fantastic play.
It's definitely a human vacuum over there.
A guy like him that is almost, you know, a sure guy to make the play. How important is that for a pitcher, and even a freshman pitcher like Joey Butts?
Well, you're comfortable with throwing the ball inside to him or to the righty of the batter. So you know Lichty's going to make a play or knock the ball down at least, which is what 2 years ago when we had Andy Rozier at third, they just soaked everything up, which was really nice.
Mentioned Andy Rozier, now a coach for you guys.
Yep.
Part of that coaching tree. High fly ball out here. That'll get behind.
Definitely a big pitch right here.
Hickman up. 0-2 is the count. 1 out. Runners out there on third and second. A big spot here for both teams. Runners show, and Gustavo able to block this one and stop it. Hickman right now for the Knights in the box. Yeah. Vogel's up behind him, and this one gets away from Gustavo, but takes a friendly bounce for the Foresters.
I think Joey's trying to be too perfect with his pitches right now. Just needs to throw it over the plate and make him swing.
DJ is a freshman on the mound. A guy starting, I believe this is his second game, excuse me. How important is it to kind of get off to a good start and kind of get your rhythm going?
Well, it relieves the nerves. He always tells me he's really nervous when he goes out, which you should be. It's a freshman throwing against a really tough team, and this being late in the conference, it is nerve-wracking. I mean, I still get nerves out there. But having us seniors on the pitching staff or the older guys talking to him to calm him down, know what he needs to do, I think helps a lot with him.
Butts now. He's got a 3-2 count on the mound to Hickman. 1 out and 2 runners on. That one's outside. That's going to be another walk. And now Mike Frame's going to come out, head coach. And we're going to take a break with him. A possible pitching change here. Ryan Lucker with DJ Moore, and we'll be right back here on FDN Sports. Back here, we have a pitching change for the Foresters. Mason Shinneberry, number 21, the junior, now on the mound in relief for Joey Butts. And Joey Butts, you know, we talked about it, DJ, had a great outing so far. The ball getting away from him a little bit, but DJ, I gotta ask, you said you're a starting pitcher. You said you come out of the bullpen. What's it like from both sides of that when you have that call to the bullpen?
Well, Mason's situation right now, coming in tight game, up 2-1 with bases loaded with 1 out. You honestly can't miss much. You got to make him swing and throw the ball over the plate. So having that mentality of here it is, make him hit it, is huge. Then unlike a starter, starting a fresh inning is really nice with nobody on base, knowing that you can pick and choose where to throw the ball a little bit. So that helps a lot as well. But Mason's the type of guy that comes in and just shoves. So we'll see what we can do here.
Mike Frame showing the confidence in Shinneberry, pitching him with this jam right now. Bases loaded, but Shinneberry going right after Vogel, getting the first pitch strike.
This is what he did this summer, so this definitely has some experience out there.
0-1 the count, 1 out. This one, high fly ball out. That's going to be out to Clark. Runner's going to tag up at third, throw into Wilson. 1 run's going to come across. That's going to be Hargrove, the pinch runner. That's going to tie this ball game back up.
That was big, though, getting out.
High fly ball there, and Vogel got a good chunk of that one, but not enough of it. Clark, once again, we mentioned it, DJ, able to get out there. Didn't have to move much. But Mason Shinneberry getting an out right away. You know, that runner coming home, but getting that first out, that's big.
Yep, it's definitely big because you'll now get guys on first and second right now. It's nice that Donovan kept the guy on second.
That does bring up Skylar McCool, though, number 11. First pitch strike there. Shinneberry able to find it. DJ, if you remember, last time you guys played Marian, McCool was the guy that had that home run off Shinneberry over the right field wall, so you got to think McCool's thinking of that.
Well, we rewatched that when we get back to our house because he's my roommate, and he just left the ball up. So that's what he struggled with this season, is just leaving his ball up instead of working down. But if he gets his ball down, he's going to be a hard guy to hit.
Shinneberry, guy as a freshman, really burst onto the scene. Able to get a strike there. 1-1 the count with 2 outs now. Runners on first and second. And, you know, last year kind of struggled a little bit as that starting pitcher for you guys, DJ. But, you know, come on this year, was a starter. Once again, struggled a little bit. But now in the bullpen, I don't think I've seen him look this comfortable in his whole time.
Well, this is what he did this summer, so he's definitely has some experience out there. He always tells us he's more comfortable in the bullpen because he thinks less, which makes a lot of sense. Because being as a starter, you got to pick and choose where you're going to throw, and it's just a lot of more thinking than a reliever.
McCool now, he'll look at that one. That's right on the line, and the Forster faithful not going to be happy with that. That's going to run it to a 2-2 count with 2 outs.
Umpire's pretty good back there. He's sticking to his zone.
It's been a pretty consistent game so far for him, and you know, that's all we ask as the fans. Delivery here, this one chopped off. That's going to be a foul ball. Bacon and Shooter out there on the bases.
Well, you know Bacon doesn't have a lot of speed. He's been fighting some injuries, I believe, and he just really never had any speed out there.
And you know, a big thing for this Marian Knight squad, Cody Earl, no doubtably their best player, went down with an injury, and last I knew he's out for the season. Now this one, high fly ball. Satchel Wilson will go back. Navi's there, and Navi gets it out. The senior retires this one here. Forsters get out of this jam. Only allow 1 run and tie this one back up. DJ, it's been a blast up here.
Appreciate it.
I can't wait for this next half inning. We're going to be right back here. We're going to see if the Forsters can get it going with their bats right here on FDN Sports.
It's hard not to have faith and be close to God when you're out there hours on end pushing your body to its limits. We try to provide a lot of opportunities for the kids to spend time together in a constructive and meaningful way through study hall groups, devotional series, and then our practices. Huntington University is really unique in the fact that on the cross-country team, we have resources and experience and knowledge that no other NEI school has for sure. I can guarantee that.
Welcome back here. Ryan Lockhart and DJ Moore. DJ, we see this high fly ball out. Navi out there in left field, able to come in and get that one. Navi's been a big leadership guy for this team, but he's seen quite a bit of playing time here as well.
He's swinging the bat well, which helps a lot because it adds some more experience to our lineup.
Leadoff hitter here for the Forsters, Donovan Clark. The leadoff hitter of the lineup as well. We'll see Navi up after him, and Lichty will be number 3. Burlington still on the mound for the Knights. And Clark, big rip there.
Donovan definitely needs to get on base right here.
Clark, a speedster, not able to connect on that one. That's going to be strike number 2. And DJ, how important for your guys' offense is it for guys like Donovan and Colin Landrum and some of these speedsters to get on base?
Well, when they get on base, they dance around and do whatever they do in their base running drills and practice and stuff. So they definitely get the pitcher's head because we try to time up the pitcher really well where we can grab a lot of bags. So definitely been working on that the past 2 years, and it's really helped us, especially from the opponent pitching standpoint.
0-2 count for Clark. Burlington the pitch. That one's low. Clark won't even bother on it. Donovan Clark closing in on the stolen base record in the single season that he set himself last year. This is a high fly ball out. Fisher's out there in center field. He's going to get under it, and he's going to make the grab.
Donovan's definitely been swinging the bat well the past couple series, so that's definitely good to see.
Yeah, Clark on the season. Mentioned how well he's been doing. 323 on the season, but DJ against Goshen, he was phenomenal. 7-14 with 6 runs, 3 RBIs, and 6 stolen bases in that series.
That's what he did when he was 12 years old. All he had to do was just hit the ball on the ground, and he was on base.
Navi going after this one, a big rip there. And DJ, you know, when I was looking over some prep work, I saw he had 5 stolen bases in one game. I had to read it twice, and even a third time. I almost didn't believe it myself.
Well, yeah, it was in one inning. He had 3 stolen bags, I believe. He got him first, stole second, and stole third. Well, 2 or 3 stolen bags, but it was crazy to see.
Clark definitely a speedster out there on the base pass. But now Navi in an 0-2 hole. He'll take a rip. Gets this one out to Lopez at short, and Lopez, he'll be able to make the throw to get Natevi out.
Now batting the third baseman, number 16.
2 down here in this inning, DJ, but that brings up Daniel Lichty. Lichty as strong as hitter as, you know, anybody else on this team. And we had a little fun, did a little video shoot with you guys a couple weeks ago. We asked you guys who's the best hitter on the team. And, you know, an overwhelming response.
Yeah.
Lichty.
Lichty's the type of guy. His first collegiate at-bat was a home run down in Georgia last year, I believe, from the right-hand side. He is a switch hitter, so. But Lichty, it sucks that he had a red shirt his freshman year because we had a lot of talent, but he just really couldn't play anywhere with all the guys we had. But it's good to see him advance and where he is. So
that's almost crazy to think now how good he is, that it just wasn't sure where to put him at. But, you know, that just speaks to the talent that was on that team at that time, DJ.
He's definitely a sleeper out there. We did not expect him to be this good, or most of us didn't. But he's definitely a guy we can count on the lineup.
High foul ball here. Maverick Bacon's going to be able to catch that one. DJ, the Forcers get out of this one. Want to thank you for your time here. It's been a blast to call with you so far. Can't wait. We're going to be in the second game, FDN at the Glen that game. Can't wait for that one as well. And once again, thank you.
Appreciate it.
This is how we like to do it.
Welcome back here. Take a look at Daniel Lichty getting this high fly ball. Maverick Bacon going backwards in the grass to get that one. And once again, joined here by my good friend Noah Tobias. Noah, DJ Moore up here. It was great to call with him. You're back in here. Once again, another call to the bullpen we had to make. Forsters made their own call to the bullpen with Mason Shinneberry. And so far, Shinneberry's looked pretty solid out there on the mound. Did allow that one run, but that was on a sac fly, and wow, that was a heater coming in hot.
Well, and Shinneberry, this isn't the first time that he's seen Marian this year. He actually came in after Joey Betts in the first game that they played against each other.
Wilson scoops this one up at short, throws it to Pritchard, and gets the out there.
And Shinneberry, he did allow that one run in the 10th inning, but was still able to get the win there for the Foresters, as the Foresters were able to get 2 runs there in the bottom of the 10th.
Quintero grounding out there to Wilson. Wilson ranging over quite a bit to grab that one. That brings up number 7, Henry Fisher. Fisher lays down the bunt there. Shinneberry running it down. And that one is just going to stay fair, Noah. Not rolling far enough out. Shinneberry kind of watching that one.
Yeah, really, the grass did a great job of just surrounding that ball and slowing that thing down. If we would have had down the baseline. If it would have been dirt, now that probably would have rolled foul, but because it's all grass, that stayed fair.
That brings up number 3, Ethan Steven, the senior from Greenwood, Indiana, Center Grove, High School. No, I'm sorry. Her words are hard, okay?
Words are very hard.
Batting against Mason Shinneberry is also hard here. Steven found that one off. Fisher out there laid down that bunt to get on first. Pitch here. This one, throw over to first. Close one there. Looked like Pritch may have had that tag.
Yeah, definitely a close one. Really, both pitchers for Huntington, Joey Betts and Mason Shinneberry, they've got great moves over to first, and there's another move. And he's definitely safe there over at first.
Noah Henry Fisher does lead this team in stolen bases. No, you're not going to believe this. He's 3 for 4 on the season. With 3 stolen bases, he leads this team. For the Forsters, I don't even know if that would put him in the top 10. This is a high fly ball. Ian McCutcheon gets under it. McCutcheon watches it into his mitt. Into the approval of the Forster faithful here. Gets a second out here. Take a look at this one, and a high pop up for Steven. And Steven not having the greatest day so far.
Jonathan LaGuire.
But we'll see if Jonathan LaGuire, pinch hitter here, can now get something going for this night squad. They were able to tie it up last inning. Getting that sac fly run to come across. And a bases loaded opportunity, but Shinneberry has really locked him down. And no, with pitches like that, you can really see why.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's got a killer heater. Really, he does. But to make his name even better for himself, he's got stuff like that he can just put in there.
Noah, how fast do you think Shinneberry throws out there? How fast do you think that fastball is?
I'm going to say in the 90s.
In the 90s?
I'm going to say very low 90s.
I like that. I like that. Myself, I was thinking, 91, 92-ish maybe. It looks quick, though. I sometimes lose it.
For NAIA, this is about as quick as you're going to get.
That pitch in there on the ground. Gustavo. Been a little bit off with the pitchers here. 1-2 is the count, though. Jonathan LaGuire in the box. 2 outs. Fisher on first. And that's a strikeout. Mason Shinneberry set him up, sit him down. LaGuire can take a seat with them. We'll come back next half of the inning. This is FDN Sports. Hello and welcome back. We're going to take a replay of this one. Mason Shinneberry, the stuff is so good right there. I'm joined by a special guest right now, Miss Emma Grace, Emma Lehman, station manager here, Forster Radio. Emma, we have a big event coming up here for the second game, but you're already underway with it right now. FDN at the Glen, can you take us through it?
Yeah, right now we're with FDN at the Glen, and what we're doing tonight is we're raising money for pediatric cancer. The baseball team is actually going to be raising money on Saturday, so you're going to want to head out for that. But we're just trying to kickstart it today because we know they're in a little bit of a tiffy with it being Easter break this weekend,
Yeah.
so we're trying to gun start that, and we've actually just went past the $40 mark, so we are well on our way to doing some awesome stuff for the kids.
Now, Emma, can you kind of tell us, what are you guys doing? I heard it's maybe some raffles or something going on?
Yeah, we're selling raffles. Each raffle ticket is $1, and you can enter it into as many of our raffle items that you want to. Some of those items are HU volleyball polo. We have the limited edition FDN Sports beanie. We've got some t-shirts. We've got just all kinds of stuff that you can kind of get. We even got an SAB mug in there that you might want to get.
Everybody likes those mugs from SAB, and Emma, thank you for doing this. We know it's been a big project for us, something our classes really wanted to do, and just a small step we can take to help a bigger fight here. Any last words or anything for us?
We just want to thank FDN Sports for partnering with Forester Radio and FDN News for this event. It's been really, really cool, and I think it's just kind of a kickstart to what we might have for in the future, and this could end up being a yearly thing. We've really loved working with the HU baseball team on this project, and we hope that it'll be a continuous thing.
And I can't wait to get with you on the mic one day here. Once again, thank you. That's Emma Lehman, our radio station manager here at Forester Radio, a part of the FDN team here. We got the Forester Digital Network News, Forester Radio, and of course, FDN Sports. Once again, welcome back Noah Tobias. Noah, that call to the bullpen, the number's just there. I'm sorry, it's there, Noah.
No, for sure. Mason Shinneberry has done an amazing job. That last strikeout he had was, again, incredible amount of motion to that pitch. But yeah, we'll just have to see if the pitchers can keep it up here for both teams.
Jake Hansen and Burlington in a battle right now. Burlington will win this one. Hansen had a 2-2 count, but took a rip at that high fastball. And that's what Burlington loves to do with 2 strikes. Loves to go up decker. We'll see a look at it here.
Yeah, and also in the first inning, Hansen, he struck out, but to an outside pitch. So it's a little bit different look for Hansen as he strikes out yet again.
That brings up the DH, Matt Kuntz. Kuntz will take this one to the left field. Quintero's out there. That's going to drop. Kuntz is going to get a base hit. He's going to 2. Maybe shouldn't have been. Kuntz definitely got lost out there. And he's going to be tagged out. Kuntz definitely should have stayed at first on that one, Noah. Looked like he had his eyes wide open there, going for second. Forster's not able to get anything here, and that's how it's going to settle. This is FDN Sports.
It's hard not to have faith and to be close to God when you're out there hours on end pushing your body to its limits. We try to provide a lot of opportunities for the kids to spend time together in a constructive and meaningful way through study hall groups, devotional series, and then our practices. Huntington University is really unique in the fact that on the cross-country team, we have resources and experience and knowledge that no other NEI school has for sure. I can guarantee that.
Welcome back to the top of the 7th here, but Matt Kuntz getting a hit, but no, I gotta ask you, what was Kuntz thinking? Rounding first there, I see what he was thinking, trying to go to second on that. Usually, you send it, you pull it left field, excuse me. You have an opportunity to go to second there, but Kuntz would have just looked up at first base. He would have saw Quintero was right there quickly, but Skylar McCool quickly on this one. Maverick Bacon, that is, excuse me, and Navi out there able to get that, but no, go ahead.
The only thing I can think of for why he would want to go to second or even think about going to second is if he thought that the ball traveled its way all the way to the corner, but it wasn't even close. I mean, honestly, that's the only reason that I can think that he would even try to go for second. I don't know. It was definitely a mystery.
Shinneberry on the mound for the Foresters, and Leo Lopez, the senior, taking a step back for that one, but it doesn't matter. 1-1 the count, 1 out. The pitch here, Lopez, a half-hearted swing, but a full-hearted strikeout.
Yeah, Shinneberry really just gunning him in there.
And that is another one there. Shinneberry gets him. Noah, set it up, sit it down. Shinneberry gets him there.
Yeah, Shinneberry.
Forster's rolling now.
Shinneberry is really on fire right now. Honestly, he's just doing everything right.
Number 15, Evan Hickman.
It's a great way to put it there, Noah. Shinneberry been dangerous on the mound so far. DJ Moore, starting pitcher for this Forster squad, had high hopes of him here. McCutcheon, the grounder, the routine play. Throw to first, he gets him out. The Forsters defensively dominant, Noah. We'll see. Bottom half of the 7th, tie ball game. See if they can walk it off once again. This is FDN Sports.
This is how we like to do it.
Welcome back here. Ryan Lockhart with Noah Tobias. Noah, bottom of the 7th here. An eerie similar situation to last time these two teams played. Burlington on the mound. 2-2 is the score right now. No, it was 2-2 before. Satchel Wilson going after this one, but this is a high fly ball. Caden Jones is out there in right field, and he gets under it. That's actually LaGuire, excuse me. Caden Jones was subbed out that last inning.
Well, honestly, I wasn't sure how easy of a play it was going to be for LaGuire because the sun is kind of at the level where it could get into his eyes as he's kind of bringing the ball down to his glove.
It helps with the trees here on the left side of the field. But that really only blocks a large portion of left field out there. Right field's wide open in the sun. Ian McCutcheon, freshman from really right across the street, Huntington North. Didn't have to travel too far for move-in day, Noah.
No, for sure not. He just grew up right across the road. And big swing there.
1-2 the count, 1 out. And these are situations that Burlington lives for. Hickman can't control that one. It's going to be another ball here. On deck for the Forsters, Gustavo Bonilla. And Noah, I actually believe there's a pinch hitter in the on-deck circle. It's the man, the myth, the HU legend, Adam Roser. Roser right now has a 3-game hitting streak. But this is a big situation for anybody, let alone the senior. McCutcheon right now, a full count, 1 out. The pitch, he gets a hold of this one. A high fly ball to short outfield. Fisher comes up, Lopez was right there. The Forsters have 2 outs. And no, it will be Adam Roser that's gonna come up for him.
Yeah, Ian doing a good job of getting the bat on the ball, but, you know, it's just kind of a bummer because he was just way too far underneath that one and popped that one straight up. And Adam Roser will be coming in to pinch hit for the Foresters.
No, there's nobody in the bullpen right now. So you got to think Todd Bacon, head coach for this Marian squad. kind of thinking of what to do with Roser. Roser this season started 22 games, started 20, played in 22, has a 264 average, 1 home run and 15 RBIs, but he does own a 375 slugging percentage, a 361 on base percentage. And it does look like Roser trimmed up his beard a little bit, so that might add to his aerodynamics in the box. Burlington the pitch, that's outside. And I think that pitch right there showed he's not going to give Roser anything to swing at.
Yeah, it looks like he's pretty threatened by him with that pitch. And really, again, he's staying to the outside, but that one just nicks the edge. So the umpire is going to call that a strike.
No, Roser is not a guy to pitch at high fastball to. He will send it yard. He wanted it with that swing there. 1-2 the count now.
Yeah,
2 outs.
It was a little bit of a breaking ball, and I don't think Roser was necessarily expecting that.
Roser in the box. 2 outs here. Trying to breathe some life in for this Forster squad. A foul ball there. Noah after him. It brings up the start of the order. Clark, Natividad. We'll see what those guys can do.
Yeah, it'd be huge if Roser could get on right here. And, I mean, Clark, just like DJ said, he's going to do everything he can to get on base and even just to move over at him.
High fastball there. Roser not buying. 2-2 the count. A good battle between the seniors here. 2 outs. Burlington trying to get out of this. Roser trying to win it. And we're going to see a full count. And you see Burlington just missing his spot there.
Yeah, he was missing it actually pretty hard right there. Again, I think he's trying to not give him anything to do anything with right now.
Pitch here, full count, 2 outs. And that's going to be a strikeout. Burlington, he's ecstatic out there, showing the emotion. Roser not able to find it. No, we got extra innings here. We'll be back in the top of the 8th. See if the Marian Knights can get something going here on FDN Sports. Welcome back here. We're going to look at that strikeout. Full count here for Roser. He thought he had a walk there, but Burlington knew he had the strikeout, Noah. A big spot there for Burlington to get it. Got a couple defensive subs here. Colin Landrum's in left field. Adrian Perez is out there in right field. And Tyler Vogel's in the box for the Knights.
And the bat gets on the ball, and it goes foul down the third base side.
Noah, we haven't seen you on the mic for baseball season so far this year, but you've been a busy guy, running replay for us a couple times. Foul ball there by Vogel once again, 0-2 count. And you've been working for the Tin Caps as well as our producer, Bray Snyder. What's that opportunity been like for you in the numerous positions you've been in?
Yeah, you know what? It's actually been really interesting. I got to work my first Tin Caps game last Thursday, and really, it was a blast to kind of figure out how the pros really do it, because they run their broadcasts so professionally. I mean, it's unbelievable. They take it so serious. They're aired on Comcast TV. But then last night they had a couple doubleheader. They had a doubleheader high school match there at.
That's a strikeout. Shinneberry gets Vogel. Look in there.
And so I got the opportunity to run third base cam, and you know, it was a lot of fun. Got to learn a lot. Shinneberry going towards the outside low corner, doing a great job of putting that one in there.
No, that's one of those pitches that just hurt you to watch it in there. First pitch strike here, and Mason Shinneberry's looking, I want to say, as confident as ever right now on the mound. McCool gets a grounder to McCutcheon. Pritchard, he'll get to the bag at first. Before McCool does, McCool's out. That's 2. Now for the Knights. And that brings up number 16, Kai Quintero for the Knights. No, Pritchard, you know, we saw that play earlier. I believe it was Quintero that hit it between that gap between Pritchard and McCutcheon at second base. Saw Pritchard ran to first that time, thought about going for it, but then ran back. I like that play by Pritchard there.
Yeah, really, Pritchard did a great job. I mean, really, he's an incredible player for the Foresters. I mean, so far, really hasn't made a lot of mistakes here in this game.
This one out. This gets in the gap. Quintero's going to get on base. Clark makes a throw in there, but Quintero's been a guy, Noah. He's been there all night. Singled in his first at-bat. Singled in his second one. Rounded out. But then another single there. He's 3 for 4 on the day, Noah. What more can you ask of a guy?
Yeah, definitely. He's keeping his eye on the ball every single time he gets in there, and he learns from each and every at-bat, which is really amazing to see.
Top of the 8th inning here. Extra innings is scheduled to be only a 7-inning game, excuse me. And Fisher, a big swing there. But no big contact made, Noah. Quintero on first. 2 outs. Shinneberry looking good on the mound. Foul ball here. That'll run it to an 0-2 count for Fisher. With 2 outs, a man on first. And Shinneberry looking to close out this inning. The pitch now. That's a strikeout there. Mason Shinneberry once again. No, he's out there dealing. It doesn't matter. He's throwing all the cards out there and trying to get this win for the Foresters. We'll see if the bats can light it up here. In the bottom half of the inning, this is FDN Sports.
This is how we like to do it.
Welcome back here, Noah. Look at this nasty strikeout here by Henry Fisher. Mason Shinneberry, we mentioned it. He's been doing phenomenal. Coming out of that bullpen, looks comfortable, acts comfortable. He just looks dominant. No, I almost say I like him more out of the bullpen than I do starting off a ball game, even though he's a good starting pitcher as well.
Yeah, really, he's a good closer just because he's able to watch a lot more and see what's been working for Joey and, you know, what hasn't been working for Joey. But honestly, you know, they have two very different pitching styles because Mason, he has such a huge fastball presence, but at the same time, he's got a lot of, I guess you can call it crap that he can throw. That ball's coming right back towards the stands, and that actually goes over our building right here.
I think I heard it hit off the top, Noah. That high ball there. Donovan Clark, though, 1-2 count. Him and Burleton have really had a battle all day. Slide out to center in his first at-bat. then had a single. Now this one, that's going to be in the gap. And that's going to get Clark on first base. Not going to have an opportunity to round first. Looked like he wanted it, Noah. Decided to stay, though. We'll take a look at this one, and Clark just swinging down low for that one. And Noah, with Clark on first, that's dangerous now for Burleton, because you can't sleep on Natividad, but you can't sleep on Clark because he showed he will literally steal every base, second, third, and home. He will steal all of them, Noah. Clark, a dangerous guy out there.
Also, just wanted to let you know,
Bunt
actually, a
laid
huge
down
bunt
here.
there by Natividad, and I'll just end up staying put. So that moves Clark over to second. But just wanted to let you know, we did get confirmation that because this first game has gone into extra innings, that means the second game that will be played will not go 9 innings. It will be a 7-inning game. So I just wanted to let you know the second game today will only be 7 innings. So you guys can get off to bed a little bit earlier.
We see Todd Bacon out here talking to number 12, Matt Burleton. Burleton been rather dominant on the mound, Noah. He's only got 1 walk with 7 strikeouts, but he does have 106 total pitches. If you remember back to that previous game the Knights played against us, he had 111 pitches. Burleton, a guy that can go the distance. He's got the stamina and the stuff to do it. And it looks like Todd Bacon's going to leave him out there, having that trust in his pitcher. With Clark out there on second and only 1 out, and Daniel Lichty up. Noah, it did look like number 22, Tyler Lucas, was warming up, but it sat him down right as soon as Todd Bacon went out there.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how much longer Burleton will stay in there for the Knights.
Low fastball there, called a strike. Lichty in the box. Clark was dancing on that pitch. We'll see if he goes on this one. 0-1 the count. 1 out. Burleton the pitch. Lichty gets a hold of that one to Lopez, though. Lichty won't be able to run that one out, but he does push Clark up to third base. And that does bring up number 26, Austin Pritchard. But Noah, take us through at replay.
Yeah, really, the ball just a hopper to Lopez. Lopez, I think for a millisecond, he thought about throwing it over to Vogel at third base to try to tag out Donovan Clark. But he did make the smart decision in throwing it to first. Get the easy out while you can, and then hopefully Burleton will just go out there as much as possible.
And they're going to use the intentional walk on Austin Pritchard. A smart move there, if you ask me, Noah, because Pritchard's been a guy that stepped up late. And that is going to bring up number 7, the senior, Jake Hansen. Runners on the corners, 2 outs, and a tie ball game. In the bottom of the 8th inning, Noah, a run across the plate wins the ball game. Doesn't matter how it looks.
I'm confused. I thought Adrian Perez was playing right field.
I believe they use Perez as a defensive substitution.
Oh, okay.
NAIA baseball rules. A little bit different. I have trouble with them, too.
I was going to say, I'm like, what?
It gets confusing sometimes. Burleton will think about this one once again.
Yeah, Hansen, honestly, that's a great job by Marian, knowing that really he hasn't had the best night here tonight at the plate. He struck out in the first and struck out in the fourth, I believe. Just 2 totally different pitches, one to the outside and one up high. So it seems like Burleton's really figured out Hansen.
Hansen chops this one off. Vogel's got it at third. He's going to make the play, and that's going to get the Knights out of this inning. The Forster's not able to come across the plate. We're going to see if their defense can keep it up here. The top half of the ninth. Right here, this is FDN Sports. welcome back here. Ryan Lockhart joined with Noah Tobias, and Noah, been a good ball game so far. I think we were both kind of hoping in the 7th it was going to be over. In the 8th it was going to be over. But now, in the 9th, my hopes are going up even more here. Due up for the Knights. We have number 9 hitter in the order, Ethan Steven. And we go back to the top. We'll see LaGuire and Maverick Bacon for this Knight squad. But Mason Shinneberry still on the mound, so if you're a Forster faithful, Noah, you got to have really some high confidence because Shinneberry's done really well here. So far tonight, he's got 4 strikeouts and 3 2/3 innings pitch. Only allowed 2 hits. No walks so far. No home runs. Has had 40 pitches, which pitch count is no problem for Shinneberry. And location, location, location. He finds it there.
Yeah, Shinneberry has done a great job so far. Really, he's got just so much that he can do. Lichty there, going to the ground, firing it to first, and he is safe. The umpire's going to say that Pritchard was just up on top of the bag.
No, we're going to take a look at that one, and good job by Lichty to not let that one leak out to the outfield. Great throw here by him, and you know, it did look like he was safe there. Pritchard maybe up in the air a little too long for number 3, Ethan Steven, to come across there.
Well, and that's fine because Pritchard, if he wouldn't have went up to grab that ball, that would have been out of play, and you know, it's definitely possible that Steven would have been off the second. You don't want to give him any free bases here. Bunt being thought about being laid down at least.
Gustavo showing he's looking at Steven over there on first, and you know, no, I thought he was going to fire it to Pritchard. Decided not to instead. But now LaGuire in the box. He struck out looking last time up. Showing bunt here. Pulls back though. Shinneberry now working with a 1-1 count and no outs. Bunt shown again, and that'll kick foul. LaGuire not able to find it. Do have some activity out there in the bullpen for the Knights. The Forster's relatively quiet, so you got to think this is Shinneberry's game. Either way. Runner on first. Bunt comes in. They're going to call a strike there. Strikeout on a bunt. Mason Shinneberry, number 5 on the day. Give it to him, Noah Tobias. Take us through it.
Yeah, that was huge for Mason. Really, I mean, the thing is that LaGuire, he just kept the bat out. I mean, he didn't pull it back or anything. He went down to his knees, kind of putting his head down because he thought it was going to be inside, but he made the mistake of just holding his bat out there still. I mean, that was huge.
I don't know what his thought process was on that one, Noah, because if he would have just simply pulled it back, he would still be up there. Nevertheless, though, that's out number 1 in the inning for the Knights. Runner on first, and Shinneberry will look over.
One and no count for Bacon. Almost hitting the umpire there. Goes out to Donovan Clark, and he'll corral it. And he will put it in to McCutcheon, excuse me.
No, a hard hit there by Bacon. That one, like you said, almost hit the umpire. But once again, you know, Bacon able to do it with his bat. He's had a good night so far. A double and 2 singles. And help move that potential winning run up to second. 2 guys on bases. Leo Lopez in the box now for the Knights. Lopez watches the first one.
Yeah, Lopez is really going to need to take advantage of this opportunity. Only 1 out. Runners on first and second. Really needs to make a statement right here.
Lopez will watch that one for a strike now. Lopez in the first inning popped out to the shortstop. Drew a walk in the third. Had a ground out and struck out swinging, so no hits yet. A big swing there. Lopez wanted that one, Noah.
Again, that's huge by Shinneberry. I mean, just that much of an off-speed pitch, nobody's expecting that because they know how hard he can throw.
1-2 the count. Lopez able to fight this one off in their barrel of the bat. No, once again, we want to tell our listeners, make sure you join us here at the second game. It's FDN at the Glen. We're trying to help raise some money for pediatric cancer. Teddy's going to be here for the game Saturday against St. Francis. Trying to help him out as much as we can. This one gets out. That's going to be to left field. That's going to bring in 1 run. Bacon's going to make it to third. The Knights are going to score here. Lopez makes it to second on a double.
Yeah, what a rip by Lopez. I mean, he got that right down third base line. And looked, he had no chance. He had absolutely no chance. He was trying to kind of cover the third base line as much as possible, but, I mean, that was right on the money from Lopez.
Great placement there by the senior to pull that one down the left base line. And now the defense playing in here with 1 out. And runners on first and second, and the Forsters are going to walk Hickman. That way they load up the bases.
Now batting the
Double play
baseman,
opportunity here
42,
at any base.
Vogel.
And Hickman's going to take a seat as the courtesy runner. Number 6, Adam Shooter comes in, the junior. Shooter, a quick guy for the squad. First pitch in, that's a strike. Vogel was the guy that was up last time that Shinneberry got to strike out. Shinneberry's had Vogel's number really all night, Noah.
Yeah, Vogel's 0 for 3. And that ball is going to drop in there in right shallow field. And 1 run crosses. So now 4-2 is the score. Marian leading the Foresters.
Maverick Bacon able to come across the mound there. Foresters look like they've lost a little bit of confidence here. We're going to see Austin Pritchard come out and kind of tell Shinneberry, we got your back here. 2 runs have now come across, and the Knights are up 2. 4-2, they lead this one, Noah. The Knights have 14 hits in this ball game. Skylar McCool looked like he wanted that one. That's going to be an outside ball instead. Base is still loaded here for McCool. He'll watch that one for ball 2.
Just a little bit of a score update for you. Mount Vernon University beat St. Francis in Game 1 tonight, so they are officially 1 game back. They were a game and a half starting out tonight, but now they're officially a game back. And so if the Foresters lose right now, well, Mount Vernon would only be a half a game back from retaking first place, or just away from the Foresters.
You know, both these teams today, the Knights and the Foresters, 8 conference games left. The Foresters will wrap up their season against IWU, number 4 in the conference right now. McCool, a high one here. Shinneberry catches it, throws it to Pritch, gets him out there. That will bring yet another run across, but that does make it 2 outs. And Noah, this is now a 5-2 ball game in favor of the Knights.
Yeah, kind of an interesting situation right there. As McCool, as he hit the ball, it went straight down, hit the home plate, and then bounced right to Shinneberry and ended up getting McCool out at first. But Ryan, just like you said, 5-2 is the score. Top of the 9th in a 7-inning game. Bat being put on the ball, goes out to right center field. Donovan Clark getting to the ball, throws it into the cutoff to McCutcheon, and 2 more runs scored.
Quintero once again, Noah, mentioned how well he was doing in his last at-bat. Showing off once again here. The Knights just keep adding here. They woke up in this 8th inning, Noah. 5 runs have come across. More runs in this inning than the whole rest of the ball game combined for both teams. And it's the Knights that are the hot ones. That does bring up Henry Fisher. Fisher showing bunting. Outside of that last bunt, both Joey Butts and Mason Shinneberry have had Fisher's number. 3 strikeouts so far today for Fisher. Shinneberry not able to find that one. 2-0 the count. Quintero on second. And 2 outs for what has seemed like the longest inning of this ball game. Fisher, a high pop up here. That one looks like it's going to get out of play, and it does. Noah, there's no wind out here. Flags are dead out there in left center field, but we do have that sun setting coming across, you know, from left to right field, and what a beautiful that look is out here.
Yeah, for sure. And actually, at the start of this game, there was wind that was blowing out.
High fly ball here. This one looks like it's going to get out to the warning track. It'll dribble out there. Quintero's going to come across. Fisher's going to get a double. And the Knights keep adding to the pain to the Foresters.
Yeah, this is huge. I don't think anybody was expecting this because of how this game was going. I mean, 6 runs here in the top of the 9th. I mean, we're definitely going to get our 16 runs, our 16 innings of baseball, and that's for sure.
Mike Frame now. Looks like he's going to take a walk out to talk to Mason Shinneberry. Noah Shinneberry so far. This pitch 4 1/3 innings, 7 hits. Only had 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. But so far here lately has struggled a little bit, and no, we're going to take a break right here as we get a new pitcher in the ball game for the Foresters. This is FDN Sports. Welcome back here. Ryan Lockhart with Noah Tobias, and Noah in a series of unfortunate events here. The Knights have really taken over here in this 9th inning, scoring 6 runs and really opening this ball game wide open. Mason Shinneberry struggling a little bit. He got called out here, and we're going to get a pitch change. Gabe Freeman is going to be on the mound for the Foresters, number 24, the freshman. Noah, how's he done so far this season?
Gabe Freeman, you know what, he's actually done fairly decent, but you know what, he is a freshman. His ERA is 6.35. He does have 1 win to his name. He's only appeared in 4 games, so really hasn't gotten a lot of time. A total of 11 innings for him here this season. So, you know, he has 9 walks, so, you know, it's just tough. It's kind of a learning season for him. So I think the Foresters are just trying to get out of this this top inning right here so they can be at bat and see if they can't put a run for their money.
No, with this little break in the action, we want to remind you, you can still buy raffle tickets for FDN at the Glen in the first 3 innings of the next ball game. So make sure you come out. You got some good raffles out there, men's basketball, track, you know, a couple different athletics. Clear Insights even donated. Can't forget SAB. You know, our man on the inside, Justin Coleman. Got us some good stuff in that SAB package. You know, I'm going to have to slip a few dollars down there myself. But Gabe Freeman on the mound now, pitching in relief of Mason Shinneberry for the Foresters. Noah, really tight ball game here, but got struck wide open. Clark now out to center field. He'll make the catch, and he'll get the Foresters out of this really long inning. One pitch for Freeman, and he got him out. Gonna see if the Forester bats can get really hot here in this bottom half of the ninth inning. We'll be back here on FDN Sports.
It's hard not to have faith and be close to God when you're out there hours on end pushing your body to its limits. We try to provide a lot of opportunities for the kids to spend time together in a constructive and meaningful way through study hall groups, devotional series, and then our practices. Huntington University is really unique in the fact that on the cross-country team, we have resources and experience and knowledge that no other NEI school has for sure. I can guarantee that.
And welcome back to Forest Glen Park. Up to bat is Matt Kuntz. Matt Kuntz going to watch one go by for ball one. So far today, Matt Kuntz has flied out to left in the second, struck out swinging in the fourth, and he singled to left. Gets a bat on the ball, but goes straight to Vogel. And almost a wild throw over there to Bacon for out number one, but Bacon is able to corral it. Marian University putting up 6 runs in the top of the ninth in a 7-inning ball game. Really, I don't think anybody could really predict that one, just how this game was going. It didn't seem like both teams could get the bat on the ball. And number 12, Satchel Wilson at the plate, watching strike one go by, and ball one will go by, just a little bit outside for the umpire's liking. Wilson 0 for 3 right now, grounded to short in the second, popped up to second in the fourth, and flied out to right in the seventh. He gets the bat on the ball, goes out to right center field, but the center fielder Fisher is able to come down with that one for out number 2. And this is so far a pretty quick inning for the Foresters. Sorry, for Marian. And now up to the plate is Ian McCutcheon, second baseman for the Foresters. He is 1 for 3 here tonight. And again, just letting you know, next game was supposed to be a 9-inning game. Because this first game has gone into extra innings, the second game will only be played as a 7-inning game. Just want to let you guys get to bed at a decent time, while us too, because we still have classes tomorrow. No classes for us, though, this Friday and this coming Monday for Easter break. Get to go home to families, or I don't know, maybe just stay around here for a break and just have a little bit of rest. Ground out to Lopez, and that is going to do it here for game number 1. Marian comes alive in the top of the ninth to get a 8-2 win here at Forest Glen Park. When we come back, we will end up having game 2 action for you, but just be patient because we're going to switch streams. So just back out and we will be right back. Thanks for watching right here on FDN Sports.